Welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to add an interactive video activity to your Moodle course. This tool is a wonderful way to engage your learners and make your lessons more dynamic. Like other activity modules, you can add an interactive video activity right from the activity chooser. Once you've selected it, you'll be taken to the editing form where the magic begins. The first step is to choose your video or audio source. You can either upload a file or paste a video URL. Quick tip here, don't type the URL, make sure to paste it. As soon as you paste the link from a supported source, a preview of your video appears right at the top of the form. This is where Moodle starts helping out. It automatically fills in the activity name, start time, and end time based on the video. Of course, you can customize these fields to suit your needs. Just make sure your timestamps follow the correct format. Next, you can add a description for your interactive video activity. Just below the description box, you can decide where this information will appear. It could be on the course page, in the activity header, or right on top of the video as a start screen. This is a great spot to give your learners clear instructions before they start watching. If you want to guide learners after they've watched the video, you can use the end screen text option. This is where you might include additional tasks or reflective questions. Remember, both the description and the end screen text are optional, but they can be really useful for making the activity more meaningful. Now let's move on to the appearance and behavior settings. These settings are pre-configured by your site administrator to ensure consistency across activities. But if you need to customize them for this specific video, this is the place to do it. One setting to note is Force Theme. The interactive video works best with Moodle's Boost and Classic themes. If your organization uses a custom theme and you notice display issues, you can select a different theme here. Don't worry, this will only affect this activity, not your whole course. Another feature you might want to explore is the poster image. By default, the video thumbnail is used, but you can upload a different image that better fits your activity. And here's one of my favorite features, the activity card. If you enable this, your interactive video activity will appear inline on the course page. It'll include the poster image, title, description, and more. You can also customize how the activity card looks using the following options. So that's a quick overview of the appearance and behavior settings. Next, we'll look at the grade section. This is where you can set the activity grade for your interactive video. As learners complete interactions and tasks within the video, their grades will automatically update in the gradebook. If you're working with groups, you'll appreciate that this activity supports Moodle's group and grouping features. By enabling group mode, you can filter the report page to view data for specific groups. Finally, let's touch on the completion conditions. Here, you can set automatic completion rules based on the percentage of interactions learners complete in the video. Depending on your site settings, you might see more or fewer options for this. Once everything looks good, click Save and Display. And just like that, your interactive video activity is ready to go. Now before we move on to adding interactions, let me show you how to add multiple interactive video activities at once, a huge time saver. To do this, prepare a CSV file with your video data. For demonstration, I'll use Google Sheets. Start with the first row as your header. The only required column is video URL. But you can add others like name, start time, or end time. The full list of columns will be shared in the video description. Populate the sheet, then export it as a CSV file. Next, go to your course page, ensure edit mode is on, and drag and drop the CSV file into a course section. Choose Create Interactive Video from the list, click Upload, and voila! Your activities will appear on the course page in seconds. If they don't show up immediately, just refresh the page. Simple, right? Now for the fun part, adding interactions to your video. Let's head over to the Interactions page. This is your video canvas where all the magic happens. On the left, you'll see your video, and on the right is the interaction list, which will update as you add new interactions. At the bottom is the timeline, where you can see all your interactions laid out. You can adjust its height by dragging the top edge. Now, to add an interaction, use the Add button above the timeline. Or if you prefer, right-click on the playhead. From the list of interaction types, you'll notice some icons are grayed out. These represent interaction types that don't support completion tracking or experience points. Let's try adding a rich text interaction as an example. First, drag the playhead to where you want the interaction to appear. Use the fast forward or rewind buttons to fine-tune the position. Once the playhead is in place, click Add or right-click to open the interaction menu. Select Rich Text and a form will appear. Here you can add a title and your content. If you want to track completion, choose an option from the drop-down. For example, Not Tracked means no tracking, while Mark as Completed manually requires learners to confirm completion themselves. You can even set a minimum required time before they can mark it complete. If you're assigning experience points, enter the value in the XP box. Then, choose your display option. There are 4 to pick from. Inline, which overlays the interaction on the video. Pop-up, which lets learners drag the interaction around. Below the video, which keeps it visible until replaced or closed. And Drawer, which stores interactions in a side panel for easy access. For advanced settings, you can control whether the interaction is visible on the video navigation, clickable before or after completion, and whether it replays every time the video is watched. When everything's ready, click Save Changes to add your interaction. Once saved, the interaction will appear in the list and on the timeline as an indicator. To adjust its position, drag the indicator along the timeline, right-click it to enter a specific timestamp. If you need to edit the interaction, click the Edit button For quick edits, like changing the title or XP, just right-click the list items and hit Enter to save. Need to copy an interaction? Set the timeline position, then hit Copy. And if you want to remove one, just click Delete. And that's it! You've now covered the basics of creating an interactive video activity and adding interactions to engage your learners. With these tools, you can create dynamic, personalized learning experiences that truly captivate your audience. Thank you for watching.